Hasta la vista, baby.
Get away from her, you bitch!
I, Iron Man.
Expecto Patronum!
I am your father.
There's a snake in my boot!
What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. Finally, after all of the delays this movie has been through, and also nearly 40 years since the original film came out in 1986, guys, today I'm finally going to be reviewing one of my most anticipated films of this year, and that is Top Gun: Maverick. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, one of the most underrated directors working today, not directed by Tony Scott, R.I.P., and the movie stars Tom Cruise back as Maverick. You also have Miles Teller, Jennifer Connelly, Jon Hamm, Ed Harris, and Glenn Powell. Set 36 years after its predecessor, the film follows Maverick's return to the United States Navy Strike Fighter pilot training program, also known as Top Gun, where he must confront his past as he trains a group of younger fighter pilots, among them the son of Maverick's best friend, Goose. Just like many people, I was very excited for Top Gun: Maverick, not when it was initially announced, but all the delays and also the buzz surrounding this film from all the people that got to see it very early. I'm a big fan of Tom Cruise. As a person, you can say what you want about him, but as a movie star, Tom Cruise is fantastic, like with the Mission Impossible series or his dramas like A Few Good Men. It has a great cast to it, and also the fact Joseph Kosinski is directing this movie, like he's such an underrated director. Check out Only the Brave if you guys haven't seen it. One of the most underrated movies that came out this past decade. So the main question is, what is Top Gun: Maverick like? Is it way better than the original? Is the original better? Like, what are my thoughts and opinions on this movie after seeing it Tuesday? This movie takes everything about the original film that you enjoyed, but it is a much better movie. This movie was absolutely fantastic. I loved Top Gun: Maverick. This movie is way better than the original film, like in terms of acting, storytelling, action, like in every single department. And call me crazy, this is my favorite movie of the year. That's right, this is better than the Batman in my opinion. I think the best part about Top Gun: Maverick is the action sequences. The first movie had some great plane sequences with some shaky cam thrown in there. That was the best part, I think, of the original Top Gun film, were those dogfighting sequences. But Top Gun: Maverick, on the other hand, way better. Like, the dogfighting sequences in this movie, like, the entire third act of this movie, flawless. It just feels so real. It is so groundbreaking. The sound effects are absolutely top notch. Like, you feel like you're in that plane, like you're a co-pilot with Tom Cruise as Maverick taking the charge. And it's not like your stereotypical action movie where there's a lot of violence and a lot of punching and gun shooting. It's a lot of plane sequences with guns ablazing, a great score all the way around. Like, the third act of this movie is great filmmaking. Tom Cruise back as Maverick, one of his most iconic movie characters of all time. Now, Tom Cruise is such a great action star. We all know that. It just feels like he stepped back into the role of Maverick that he played like over 35 years ago and just played him perfectly. Like, Maverick in this movie, he goes through a lot. Obviously, the death of Goose, spoiler for the first Top Gun. And he also has to train these new, younger generation of pilots. And a lot of people don't trust him. The Navy doesn't trust him. And he possibly doesn't trust himself to do the job. I really like Phoenix, I like Hangman, I like Bob and Coyote, but most importantly, you got Rooster, played by Miles Teller. And you guys all may know, he is the son of Goose. This was what I was very interested in, because I thought Miles Teller was a great choice, because he definitely looks a lot like Goose in that movie. And I thought Miles Teller was fantastic in here. Just so great as this character, Rooster. Obviously, he just feels this anger and also this rage towards Maverick that you see in this film. I love Jennifer Connelly in here as well as this new love interest for Maverick. She's just really great. Love Jennifer Connelly in here. I always thought she was a very underrated actress, as well as Jon Hamm. I love Jon Hamm. Like, he's just so charismatic, but he plays that typical kind of character that is against Maverick in this movie, and their banters were really entertaining to watch. This movie also surprisingly has a good sense of tone. Like, there's a lot of emotion in this movie, and it pays respect. That's the thing it does. It pays respect to the original. It doesn't insult the original at all. And I just love the way this movie opens, pure nostalgia, and it also gets very emotional. And there's a sequence that happens in the second act where I shed a few tears. This was probably my biggest issue with the first Top Gun, was whenever that goose death happened. Like, it just breezes through. We didn't get enough time to feel that impact. This movie, it breathes with those emotional sequences. Kaczynski lets you breathe and feel what happens in this movie. And it also just pays respect to that original film and goes on its own path. As far as issues with this movie, I really had no big specific issues. If I were to nitpick, I think some other characters you may know from the original film don't get mentioned in here, or they're quickly breezed upon. And that's not the biggest issue in the entire world. Obviously, they can't have every single character you know from the original film, but one main one in here, maybe I could have gotten an explanation what happened to that character before that gets replaced with another character in this movie. And also, when it comes to character stereotypes, there are those same stereotypes that are present in the first Top Gun. Like, there's the new Iceman, there's the new Maverick, there's the new Goose, which you know is Miles Teller. Maybe some different personalities they could have thrown in there. They're just really basic characters you may know from the first one that have the same personalities. Before I give you guys my final overall thoughts and grade for Top Gun Maverick, if this is your guys' first time checking out the channel and you like this review, definitely hit that like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more content like this, consider clicking that subscribe button. If you want weekly movie reviews and live Q&As, I talk a lot about movies on this channel. You definitely will not be disappointed. What else can I say, guys? Top Gun Maverick was fantastic. Like, this movie takes everything you enjoyed about the first Top Gun, but it's just an overall better movie. Tom Cruise still killing it at nearly 60 years old. The action is some of the best action I've ever seen in film. The character growth is so important in here as well. It's emotional, funny, and iconic. Go see Top Gun Maverick on the biggest screen possible. Yeah, you know where I'm going on this one. On my rating scale, Top Gun Maverick, of course, gets an A+. There you have it, guys. That was my thoughts and opinions on Top Gun Maverick. What did you guys think about this movie? Did you love it like me? Think it was okay? Did you hate this movie? I'd love to hear why. Let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you guys as always for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!